Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening. Today we will present for assignment 1 for engineering, ethics and OSHA. Today we will discuss about the way of OAH, which occupational health and safety management implemented in the requirements in business management for a specific industry, and it is very important. There are 2 acts bonding all organizations in Malaysia in order to ensure the workers are being protected from all risks coming from the workplace hazard, which is Factory and Machinery 1967, FMA 1967, and second is Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, OSHA 1994. So the regulation, guidelines, and codes of practice have been drawn up to support both acts. We will start the discussion on the roles of OSH, legal requirements in business management.
Okay, I will explain about the roles of OSH legal requirements in business management, such as provide a workplace free from serious recognized hazard and comply with standards, rules, and regulations issued under the OSH Act. And next is examine workplace conditions to make sure they conform to applicable OSH standards. And next is make sure employees have and use safe tools and equipment and properly maintain this equipment. And next, they should establish or update operating procedures and communicate them so that employees follow safety and health requirements. And next is employers must provide safety training in a language and vocabulary workers can understand. And finally, post OSHA citation at our near the work area involved. So each citation must remain posted until the violation has been corrected of 3 working days, whichever is longer. Next, Nasri will continue.
Okay, other than that, another of the role of OSHA legal requirement in business management is employees with hazardous chemical in the workplace must develop and implement a writing hazard communication program and train employees on the hazard they are exposed to and proper precaution. Copy of safety data sheet must be readily available. Okay, you can see the OSHA page on hazardous communication. Provide medical examination and training when requirement by OSHA standard. Then post at a prominent location within the workplace the OSHA poster. Then use color code, poster label or signs to warn employees of potential hazard, and then keep record of work-related injury and illness. Then employees which are 10 or fewer employees and employees in certain low hazard industry are exempt for his requirement.
Then other rules of OAH legal requirements in business management is provide employers, former employees, and their respective access to the log of work-related injuries, illness. On February 1 and for 3-month cover, employees must post a summary of the OSHA log of injuries and illness. Second is provide access to employee medical records and exposure records to employees or their authorized representative. Provide to the OSHA compliance officer that names of authorized employee representative who may be asked to accompany the compliance officer during an inspection. And the last one is not discriminate against employers who exercise their right under the Act. See our whistleblower protection webpage.
Okay,
So
next. Okay, thank you, Rani. Okay, next of the roles of OSHA legal requirements in business includes correct cited violations by the deadline set in the OSHA citation and submit required abatement verification documentation. OSHA encourages all employees to adopt a safety and health program. Safety and health program, known by a variety names, are universal inventions that can substantially reduce the number of severity of workplace injuries and alleviate the associated financial burdens on US workplaces. Many states have requirements or voluntary guidelines for workplace safety and health programs. OSHA encourages all employees to adopt a safety and health program. Safety and health program, known by a variety of names, are universal interventions that can substantially reduce the number and severity of workplace injuries and alleviate the associated financial burdens on US workplaces. Many states have requirements or voluntary guidelines for workplace safety and health programs. Also, numerous employees in the US already manage safety using safety and health programs, and we believe that all employees can find should do the same. Most successful safety and health programs are based on a common set of key elements. This includes management leadership, work participation, and a system approach to finding and fixing hazards. OSHA's Safe and Sound page contains more information. Okay, next I'll go. Nanti you
Okay,
can
so
continue.
next we proceed to the next discussion, which is about the occupational safety and health in Malaysia and its salient features, which it is also important to implement it in the requirements in business management for a specific industry. The Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, or also called as Act 514, provides the legislative framework for the safety, health, and welfare among all Malaysian workforce. Their principle is to prevent and protect the workers against hazards and its risks in connection with their activities at work. It requires all companies to establish and document first safety and health policy, second duty of the employer, employees, and the safety and health officer, third the safety and health commit of company, and fourth occupational safety and health inspection and officers.
Okay, next is the purpose of Act 514, also called as the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994 are to secure the safety, health, and welfare of persons at work against hazard and risk arising out the activities of person at work. And next is to protect the person at the place at work other than person at work against risk arising out of the activities of person at work. And next is to promote an occupational environment for person at work which is adapted to their psychological needs. And finally, to provide the means whereby the associated occupational safety and health legalization may be progressively replaced by a system of regulation and approves industry codes of practice operating in combination with the provision of this act designed to maintain or improve the standard of safety and health.
Okay, the concept of self-regulation, the provision of Act 514, the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994 is based on the self-regulation approach to cease which the particular industry or organization and establish effective safety and health organization and performance. Its primary responsibility is to ensure safety and health of workers lies with those who create the risk. And second, those who work in the risk. This law also encourages cooperation, consultation, and participation of employees and management in effort to improve the standard of safety and health in the workplace. Other than that, consultation with employees and the government must negotiate to settle issue and problems relating to occupational safety and health at the workplace, and worker cooperation and participation, where employer and employees must cooperate to take care nature and to increase the quality of occupational safety and health at the workplace.
Okay. Um, okay. Next is for the role of authority. DOSH, which is called a Department of Occupational Safety and Health, a government department under the Ministry of Human Resource Malaysia, is responsible for through enforcement and promotional works those employers, self-employed person, manufacturers, designers, importers, suppliers, and employees to always practice safe and health work culture and always comply with the existing legislation, guidelines, and codes of practice in relation to occupy safety and health. DOSH also evaluate and review the legislation, policies, guidelines, and codes of practice from time to time pertaining to occupational safety, health, and welfare as a basis in ensuring safety and health at work.
So, other than that, the role of authority also includes of EOS is also the Secretariat to National Council for Occupational Safety and Health, a council established Section 8 of the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994. Second, the National Council for Occupational safety and health shall have the power to do all things expedient or reasonable necessary for incidental to the carrying out for the object of these acts.
Okay, next is the implementation due to the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994. The first is all employers with more than 5 employees are required by the legalization to arrange written safety and health policy. The objective is to demonstrate the commitment of the employer or company to ensure safety and health in the workplace. And next is safety and health policy must be taken into account when making decisions or performing work activities of the organization.
Okay, this law of Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994 also specifies the general duty of employers, self-employed person, manufacturer, design and supplier, employers, the establish of the safety and health committee, and then the appointment of a safety and health officer, and lastly the enforcement investigation and offenses.
Okay, last I'll elaborate about list of industries that following the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994. The examples are manufacturing companies, mining and quarrying, construction, agriculture, forestry and fishing, utilities such as electricity, gas, water and sanitary services companies, transport, storage and communication, wholesale and retail traders, hotel and restaurants, finance, insurance, real estate and business services, and also public services and statutory authorities, except for work on board ships and in the armed forces.
Okay, next for the salient provision of the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994 consists of National Council for OSH, general duties of employer and self-employed designers, manufacturers and supply employer, safety and health organization, reporting of accident, dangerous occurrence, occupational poisoning and disease, prohibition of the use of the plant or substance, industry code of practice, enforcement and investigation, liability for offense, appeals and penalties.
Okay, the general duties of employers and self-employed person, Section 15, is provide and maintain plant and system of work. Next, make arrangement for the safe use, operation, handling, storage, and transportation of substance and plants. Then provide information, instruction, training, and supervision. Next, provide and maintain place of work and means of access to and ingress from any place to work. And finally, provide and maintain working environment that is safe and without health risks and adequate welfare facilities.
Okay, the means of practicable having regarding to first, the severity of the hazard or risk in question. Second, the state of knowledge about the hazard or risk and the way of removing or mitigating the hazard or risk. Third, the availability and suitability of way to remove or mitigate the hazard or risk. And last, the cost removing or mitigating the hazard or risk.
Okay, next, for the root cause of accident is most occupational accidents is caused by unsafe act or unsafe condition or the combination of both. Unsafe act which activity that is conducted in a manner that may threaten the health and or safety of workers. The following by unsafe condition where a condition in the workplace that is likely to cause property damage or injury. However, the two reasons are the result of factors that can be prevented or controlled by employer or management.
So according to cause of accident due to unsafe act and unsafe condition, the things that need to do is by establish program on the provision, maintenance, and produce for the safe use of plant and substance. Example, purchasing procedure, SOPs, work permit, maintenance schedule, and etc. Establish training, education, and supervisory programs for new employees and continuous training and education programs on existing employees, establish programs to ensure workplaces are safe, for example, like housekeeping, lighting, inspection, and etc. Establish industrial hygiene program to ensure healthy working environment, for example, like monitoring, PPE, chemical health risk assessment.
Okay, next is the way how to make it works is including of set goals and the means of achieving them by the following safety and health policy, which duty to formulate safety and health policy, which is section 16, where it should be the duty of every employer and every self-employed person to prepare and be appropriate revise a written statement of its general policy with respect to the safety and health at work of its employees and the organization and arrangement for the time being in force for carrying out the policy and to bring the statement at and any revision of it to notice all of the employees. And next is accept those with not more than 5 employees.
Okay, other than that is assign responsibility which is safety and health organization include of medical surveillance. Section 28 where first, case of illness he has reason to believe may be due to the nature of the process or other condition of work. Second, case of change in process or substance which may cause risk of injury. Okay, third, person below age 16 years about to be employed in work which may cause risk of injury. And last, risk of injury to health from third schedule of new substance as result of process change.
Okay, next, the general duties of employees, section 24 is take reasonable care for safety and health of himself and others. The next one will be cooperate with employer and others. The third is wear and use personal protective equipment, PPE. The last will be the comply with instructions on OSHA.
Okay, so about reporting of accident, dangerous occurrence, occupational poisoning, and disease due to the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, employer report about the accident to the nearest OSH office of any accident, dangerous occurrence, occupational poisoning, and disease by refer to OAH reporting of accident. The regulation 2004 and it is for first is TIP, serious body injury, dangerous occurrence, accident arising out or in the connection with work which cause body injury to any person, which prevents the person from following his normal occupation for more than 4 calendar days. An employee as a result of an accident arising out or in connection with work has suffered an injury or condition reported under sub-regulation, which caused it within 1 year of the date of the accident. So that's all about the discussion today on the rules of OSH legal requirements in business management and occupational safety and health Acts in Malaysia and its salient features. Reminder following of the occupational safety and health, we are given 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and 2 ears, but we only have 1 life. Therefore, think safety and work safely. Thank you.